astrologer Wonder Girl, and I am here to give you your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, May 29th through Sunday, June 4th. Now, this week is really all about making some hard decisions, making some hard choices, figuring out what brings us power, what we want in our life to really help us move forward in the right direction that we want. A lot of this week is also about not only making those decisions, but communicating about them with other people to let other people know what is going on inside you, then committing to those changes that you have made and that you have talked about, okay? And then once you commit to these things that have been going on inside you, at the end of the week is when you're really gonna see everything start to come together and everything start to open up and beautiful things start coming to you. You know, this has kind of been the week that I've looked at since the beginning of the month saying it's going to be really beautiful and it's going to be really pretty, but you're going to have to make a lot of the hard changes, some adjustments, deal with some kind of intense feelings and be patient in order to get to the beautiful, beautiful part of this week where a lot of doors start opening up, things start flowing a lot more smoothly, and then into June, which just, you know, keeps getting better and better in a lot of ways. So that's kind of what this week is about, okay? As I said, the beginning of the week is going to be a lot about some big decisions that we're going to make. That's a carryover from last week. You know, I mentioned last week that we're making a lot of big decisions, okay? And it's still going to be a factor this week. And those decisions are going to be about relationships and about money and about your values, okay? A lot of it is trying to figure out, who do I really want in my life? What really makes me happy? What do I love? What do I want to commit to? What is it that, you know, makes me feel free to express my power? And maybe making a lot of changes in your relationships with the people that you want in your life or don't. Also changes in money in some ways, maybe having to reorganize some of your finances, reorganize some of your relationships so that they can better serve your goals and where your life is going and what it is that you want at this time in your life. Okay, there are also some choices that we were making, especially because Mars is still opposite Saturn as we move into this week, about what it is that we want to commit to right now in our life, what we can commit to, you know, maybe having to make some compromises here about what's going on. I think we have kind of this big goal in our sight. We want to expand our life, we want to do something new, we want to bring more adventure into our life, but needing to be realistic about it this week and realize, you know, maybe you can't do everything all at once. There are some things you can do and some things you can't do, and needing to choose which one of those you're willing to commit to and work out that are important to you and that will help you most with your goal, and to either readjust some of the things that can't help you with your goal or to let them fall by the wayside for you to pick up at a later time when it is better for you to move forward and pursue some of those things. So that's kind of where we're coming at the beginning of this week. There could be some frustrations here that, you know, we can't quite get any breakthroughs with it. We don't quite know exactly what's happening or what's going on, and really needing to be patient, to sit with some things, to kind of wait for the real magic to come for them, which will happen later in the week, okay? After we make some of these decisions, it's going to be time to communicate with people about this intensity, about these feelings, about these changes that we've been thinking about on the surface, to kind of put them into action and to see, you know, to make them happen and move forward, okay? Now, these changes that we're making, just so you're clear, are not going to be like earth-shattering, life-changing, like, you know, changes that are gonna take the carpet out or the rug out from under your feet, okay? We've already done and made those changes the first 6 months of the year. These changes that we're making now are just like icing on the top of the cake, okay? It's like we know what kind of cake is, what kind of cake it is, what kind of cake we want, that kind of thing, but now we're just choosing, you know, what color icing do we want, you know, what flavor is the icing gonna be, like little things like that as we move forward that we're kind of changing a little bit to get us more fully on track with where it is that we wanna go. And that we're trying to talk to people about, okay? And after we talk to people about what's going on, it really is time for you to just commit to it and believe in it and move forward. You know, maybe when we get some big scary aspects coming from Pluto, we can be like a little afraid of change, not quite knowing what's going to happen, you know, being caught a little off guard in some ways. But this week, I think the real message is you got to make a decision, you got to stick with it, and you got to move forward with it once you go. It may feel a little uncomfortable. We do have Mars in a square with Chiron. Maybe you might feel a little stuck during the middle of the week, but I don't see that lasting that long, especially as we move forward into Thursday, Friday. We've got Venus in a conjunction with Uranus in Aries, bringing kind of some unexpected news or insights about relationships, about finances, about your money and resources and what you're doing with those things. And I see them to be really, really positive news, positive insights. You know, they don't always, you know, may not always be positive depending upon what you have in your chart, but the energy that we are experiencing right now in the sky is much more favorable than it has been the past few months. So towards the end of the week, we're starting to get some insights, some breakthroughs about relationships, about people, about kind of some of these changes we want to make to really get our life on the track that we're going. And it looks set to be really, really beautiful. You know, things happening very quickly with other people helping you expand your identity, bring really, really good things to you. You know, relationships helping you move towards your future in the direction that you want. It's almost like you needed to communicate to everyone kind of what was going on deep inside so that all the ducks could line up in a row and so that people could then help you, you know, move forward. Same with finances. It's like you need to kind of figure out some of the details with finances so that your money can really work for you instead of you having to work for your money. So it's kind of one of those situations this week. We do end the week though a little bit with a hard aspect with the sun in Gemini squaring Neptune. I don't particularly see that as too bad. Neptune's, you know, a planet that's a little further out. So it kind of works more or less on our subconscious in some ways. But the only thing that I would say about the end of the week is to just be compassionate in whatever it is that you do. Be creative. Let yourself kind of explore and get inspiration and allow inspiration to come to you. You know, it's going to be a different flavor at the end of the week. The beginning of the week, we're frustrated, trying to make some big changes, really, really heavy. But as we move on, things lighten up, things change, things start moving fast. And I think the message at the end of the week is to not force it. Just enjoy what is happening, go with the flow, you know, take what is coming as it comes to you and just enjoy it and be happy with that, okay? Because there's a lot of good energy coming in for you and everyone really at the end of this week, next week, and into June. That's going to be much, much better than it has been for us this past year, and we're going to be in a much, much better place. Now your card for this week is Oppression upright. And a traditional tarot deck, this is the Devil upright. And what this means to me is stop holding on. Stop. What are you holding on to so much? You know, life is changing. Things are going in different directions, especially by the end of the week. Don't hold on to the life that you have. Don't hold on to these things so tightly. You know, there's new things coming to you, new people, new places, new chapters in your life. Embrace it, love it, enjoy it. You know, these other things may have been good for you. They may have been comfortable for you, but we really are moving into another place. You need to loosen the grip a little bit, okay? And allow more of these new things to come into you and to really work their magic in your soul and in your life, and to see kind of the alchemy and the new things that they bring to you as you move forward. Okay, and you might not be able to experience the beauty and the magic of the way your life is changing if you're too busy holding on to your life and to these things, you know, that you've always had just because they're comfortable or you like them or whatever. So just try this week to open yourself up to new experiences and to enjoy it and to let some of the old stuff go so that you can move into the new. All right, that is all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked my horoscope, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later. I hope you have a great week.